Hi to all my awesome friends and family. We're joining in on a collab with Deco Easy, an awesome channel. If you're not already watching her, please go over and watch her and her daughter-in-law. Both do a channel together and they come up with the most creative things on DIY projects, home decor items, tablescapes. Just a great channel, and they always have something interesting to encourage us to do. This time we're doing last minute trick-or-treat ideas. I am doing a trick-or-treat candy station for tonight. This is Halloween, and it was sort of done at the very last minute, and I tried doing it a couple different ways and they all failed. So you're going to see the finished product and the failures. The failures didn't get finished because they were failures. I just couldn't get them to work. So I threw my hands up and said, forget it. So don't forget, watch it if you dare. Happy Halloween. Last minute trick-or-treat ideas. Oh my gosh. Check out all the awesome creators that joined in on this. Get some great ideas that you could throw together at the last minute. Like I said, I made a candy station for tonight. I will put up a little short video of how it looks tonight when it's all lit up before the trick-or-treaters come. It was too much daylight by the time I decided I couldn't get the thing to work properly. So it's going to be all lit up tonight. So check out that video. It'll be up probably about 8 or 9 o'clock. See you tonight. But don't leave yet. You're going to watch Grandma have 2 total failures on her candy station, what she was going to do, and couldn't get it to work, so she just gave up. But I still put one together. I didn't give up to the sense that I gave up permanently, just those projects didn't work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So the frame that I bought, I will use it next year for Halloween. I have to look around and see what I can find that might work on it. What I was trying to do wasn't working. So there must be a way to make it look great. I just haven't found it yet. I'll look at some of these past posts that you all have put up, and I'm sure you'll give me some great ideas how to make it look great next year. But here we're going to start watching what Grandma did in her failures. Well, first of all, I cleaned the table off really well, and then I dried it well to make sure nothing gets dirty. Now let's see what the next step is. I already had this buffalo check tablecloth, as you can see. I've had it a while. It's already been up on a post, so there's no cost for this because it's something I've already bought and used in past posts. You know the rules. If we haven't used it, it's free. If we've used it, it's free from then on. Well, let's go see what else I do. Not quite sure if I'm going to use this as you see, or if I'm going to use it differently. I think it's almost a little too big. Well, I'll have to think about it. Anyway, another zero cost. Already had this too. Well, here are all the pieces we're going to use for this project. This is a witch's hat frame that I got from Dollar Tree for $1. I am going to wrap it with the loopy yarn to decorate it. I could not find black, so I ended up getting charcoal gray. Is it not beautiful? And I love this loopy yarn, you all know that. So I'm going to cover the whole thing in that, and then to do the stripes down the hat, I had some leftover orange loopy yarn from a project last year. So all I did for this year is I bought this frame for $1, $6.95 on sale at Joann's, the yarn, and the other yarn I already had. This is a freebie. I didn't have to buy this at all. It's just the ties from the bread when you buy the bread. I know it sounds crazy. I just throw them in a drawer and save them for projects like this. I don't like to hot glue any of my loopy yarn because it's very expensive to buy, I think. And I don't want it messed up, and I love using it for my wreath. They turn out so cute and pretty. They store beautifully and they always look perfect. So I don't want to mess anything up. So I use the ties to keep things in place without using a hot glue gun or anything that might damage my my loop yarn, because you can carefully undo this. You don't have to cut it off. You just carefully tie it in there and carefully untie it, and it'll work out fine. Okay, now we're going to start our project. The loop yarn did not work out at all, so I had to go on to using ribbon. Well, the buffalo check was a total failure. The material was just too thick for this frame. It wasn't going to work. I tried and tried, and it just was not going to work. Well, sometimes they're failures, but Grandma still had some ribbon from Halloween that she bought and she hadn't used yet. I don't know yet if I'm going to use this. I may just make a bow out of it because I love it so much. That's what I think I may end up doing. I did have 2 spools of ribbon that have witches hats and spider webs on it, and would be perfect for this frame. But I only have 2. I have no idea if, let's see how many yards this is. This is 9 feet. So I have 18 feet between the 2 of them. So I don't know if that's going to be enough to do this project. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to look. Oh, I hate it when things don't turn out well. And the other one is definitely for Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to use that. Well, not for this. I'll use it for something, but not this project. So I do have, like I said, 2 spools of this. I'm thinking I probably need 9 or at least 4 or 5 of them instead of 2, but we'll see. They're pretty wide ribbon, and maybe I can make it stretch if I really try hard. We'll see how it goes and how it looks. You never know how it may look. It may look great or it may look terrible. They're 9 feet each roll, and I got them at Dollar Tree, so that's 18 feet. Let's see how long we can stretch 18 feet. I tried to do my witch's hat like 2 or 3 different ways, and none of them worked. I threw my hands up in disappointment, and I brought out 3 projects I've already done on DIYs. I'm so sorry, girls, but I wanted to join in. I could not get that to work, and I'm going to have to find something else to put on that frame. I don't know yet what, but it will be for next year, because I'm sure there's hardly anything left for this year. So I made a candy station for tonight when all the trick-or-treaters come, if any do. As you can see, I got some little miniature candy bars, and I spread them out for each child to pick one up. They cannot touch more than one. Once your hand touches it, that's the one you're taking. So that was my plan, not to pass germs around, including my own. And this little guy I put together a little while back, and there is a video up on it. And I'm so sorry I couldn't get my wreath put together. And then this one is a loopy yarn, that you know how much I love the loopy yarn. And I guess I'm going to have to just realize I need to have a frame that's big enough in between spaces. And of course I love it. And then I got the spider and the web from Dollar Tree for $1. And then this one I made also, and I was really happy with him, and he's been on my kitchen table for about a month now, and everybody talks about how much they like it. And it does light up, and I will make sure for Halloween that I do have it lit up. So this is my candy station for Halloween. Everything on here was a DIY project. Sorry I didn't make a new one, but since Grandma ran out of time and thought she could put it together today, and I've already tried 3 different ways, and all 3 ways look terrible. Sometimes you just have total failures. But this is a DIY project that I did do myself. And this is my candy station, and I thought the buffalo check looked really nice in here. and everything was so great color-wise. Hope you all agree. Hugs and kisses from Grandma Sandy. Thank you all for so much time and effort that everyone put into this challenge. Love you all. I can't wait to go watch and see what all of you put together. This is my Halloween candy station. Well, this was taken on September the 19th, if you'd like to go over and watch the video about it. It was a lot of fun to make, and it turned out great, and I had it in my tea bar this October. Really turned out pretty. Hope you go check it out if you haven't already. This one coming up was on September the 29th. This was inspired by an Indiana Jones video that she put up, and I really loved it, and I had it on my kitchen table Halloween display for about a month or 6 weeks. Really enjoyed this one too, one of my favorites. Don't forget, it was September 29th, 2020. If you'd like to go watch the videos on that also. This Halloween wreath that I put together, it was September 9th. It was a Halloween wreath, did 3 of them, and this was one of the 3. They were all done for just a couple dollars a piece. The looped yarn wreath I already had, so we didn't count that as a cost. And the spider one was just a couple dollars. And these are just great ideas to show you don't have to spend a lot of money. And here is my candy station all put together. I'm going to show it tonight, and it will be bigger and better.